I'm like, I'm just grateful for the little things. It's Charlie on the bed. Is he gonna get bored? He must have brought dinner. Oh, that's cool.
All right, I'm going to do a little test on the audio here. Testing audio. All right, here we are. I would say bright and early on a Sunday morning here in Seattle, but it is still dark out. We have a 7 a.m. local time start, 8 a.m. for all of you watching in Colorado. We are playing Santa Clara. I think we played them at this rink maybe on Friday, our second game on Friday. So we have seen this team before. They were pretty decent. We are here playing for 5th versus 6th place. We have Evie, Sid, Hannah in, along with Taylor and Heidi on D. We're going to have a little bit of a shuffle on the offensive line because we only have 2.5 lines. We're missing somebody this morning. Nice little send in by Heidi there. Puck's coming back up into our defensive zone. Taylor's along the boards. That was a way high stick into her face. We'll see what they call today. I can't remember if I don't recognize any of the refs. So I couldn't tell you if these were the ones that were calling stuff or not calling stuff, but some of the games they were definitely calling, and other games they weren't calling anything. And Evie's got the puck. She's taking it up into the offensive zone. She's sending it down, trying to get it to sit on that far side. They take her into the boards. She's got Hannah there to help her. It pops back out. Santa Clara's got possession. Nice. It kind of stayed in there. Sid's going to chase it down on that far corner. Santa Clara's got the puck in the neutral zone. Bringing it up. Nice block off of Natalie's helmet. That's got to be unnerving when it comes straight for your face and you just got to kind of stand there and take it. All right, it looks like we have an offensive line change. So we've got June in there along with, it looks like Evie's out there and Lexi. Let's see if we can't make something happen on that line. No icing on that. They sent it from before the red line, but I don't know if they considered that tipped. All right. Nice job, Evie, taking out a boy on the boards, making him lose his stick. The girls are into play today. I believe Mac is in now. I think the Macs are in on D here. Austin stops the puck there in the neutral zone. Oh, pops right out into the Santa Clara skates. Nice little battle by Mac. Lexi's going to send it up and out into the neutral zone. She's skating down the ice. Oops. All right, Evie's got the puck there on the far boards. She's going to bump into some people. She is not taking it this morning. There she goes down towards the puck. Kept in by Austin. Just pops out. Max taking it to the outside. We got a nice back check by Hannah, who popped in. We've got Hannah, June, Evie, but it looks like we swapped out June for Caitlin. So we got Kit Kat in there. That would be offsides. Santa Clara. All right, let's see who we've got in now. We have Hannah in center out there with Kit Kat, and Lola's out there. Lola's been making some moves the last couple games. Lots of offensive pressure. Fast down the ice. Hannah, there you go, Lola. Lola and Hannah in for the battle. Lola sending it back up in the neutral zone. It's going to go into our offensive zone. Lola coming around the boards on the far side, locking it up. Hannah gets a piece of it. They're sending it down behind the net. Santa Clara is coming up on these near boards. They're taking all the way down the ice, but Taylor's going to pop it out from the Santa Clara player. She's going to try to send it up the boards to Kit Kat. Kit Kat's in there with Hannah. Hannah sending it across the ice. Lola's skating hard for it. Going to meet them in the neutral zone. I'm loving the physicality by our girls this morning. Austin with a little poke. Let's see, we've got Taylor there behind the net. She's like batting that boy away like he's a fly. And Natalie's going to cover. And we do have some music this morning. Thanks to Natalie's mom. They've got a wife. That's going to be a score for Santa Clara. Up in the top left of the net. We have, looks like we've got Stone in center, flanked by Evie and Sid. And in back, we've got the Max. Mac attack. Battle by Evie. Evie's going to take it down the ice. She's going to send it over to Sid. Couldn't quite make that connection. Evie chasing it down. Nice. Oh, just popped out a little bit. Mac tried to keep it in on that blue line. We're going to have an offsides. Puck drop on the dot right outside our offensive zone. There's June there in center, sending it up to Sid. Sid off the wall into the far corner. Evie's going to meet them here on the near corner. All right. As I say, June had possession for a second. Oh, nice. Sid's in there, pounding sticks. Nice pass across the ice to Evie. They're trying to tackle her down. She's not going. Here comes Sid. Sid's not having it today. Nice, right across to Austin. Austin's going to send it up in the neutral zone. Beautiful pass up there to Hannah. Hannah flicks back to Sid. Austin chasing it down in our neutral zone. Mac's going to collect it in that far corner, sending it back up the boards. It's going to get deflected center, but they got a shot off. Natalie was able to block it. Evie with the offensive pressure. Natalie with a stick save. All right. Sid trying to pop it up. Hannah up to Evie. Nice little pass. That was beautiful. Sid's got, she's taking it down. It's going to be a shot right into the goalie's pads. That was a good idea. Good play. Lots of passing. Okay, we have switched this over to my phone's data. I'm in low data mode. That was a beautiful shot by Lola. I'm in low data mode, so it may stream, it may be glitchy, it may do all kinds of funny things. But at least maybe the people will be moving on the screen. All right. It does look like it's maybe working a little bit better on my phone. I can see people moving. We've got Hannah in center. Santa Clara's got the puck. Heidi's pushing him to the outside. Got Sid in there with a back check. Hannah's got the puck. She's coming up these near boards. Oh, we almost got it out into the neutral zone. Nice. We've got possession of it. That was, looks like Evie to Sid. Oh, come on, do it again. Oh, it is so close. It was right there. Sid got a couple of shots off. She took her own rebound, tried to get it in. That's okay. We are going to puck drop here in Eddie Taylor on D, Hannah in center. All right. Sid popping it out, sending it behind the net. Evie's going to go greet them. Oh, we got so much happening there in front of the net. Oh, man, it just pops right out past our forwards. Santa Clara's got it. They're taking it down. They could not connect that pass, so it's free again, coming back into the neutral zone. Hannah popping it out. Sid back into the neutral zone. Sid over to Evie. Couldn't quite make that connection, but Evie's going to go meet them there. Who we got there? Oh, we had Taylor on that far side trying to send it over to Sid. Intercepted by a Santa Clara player who tried to take a shot. All right, Heidi coming up behind the net. Taylor, a nice little pass up to Evie. Santa Clara with a shot wide right. Santa Clara in the near corner. Let's see, Hannah's going to go pick it up behind the net. She's going to send it up to Evie. Evie with a little battle there with Hannah. Evie's got it free. Oh, shot just wide. Nice send back in by Lexi. We've got Lexi June. June's got like 3 guys on her. They're going to flip that up in the air. Those are really hard to stop at the blue line. Evie on that far side. Lexi's got it free. She's trying to send it back to, must be Heidi back there. Coming down into our defensive zone on the near boards. Santa Clara's got it behind our net. They're trying to center it up for a shot, but we are fighting them. Nice. Evie over there chasing down the puck on the far boards. Oh, collision. Pretty sure she had the puck. All right, we are back at it. Here in our offensive zone. 5 minutes left to go in this second period. The score is 2-0 Santa Clara. Hannah in center out with Sid and Evie. We got the Max and back. Puck drop. Hannah out to Evie. Evie trying to get it across to Sid. Sid's got Hannah there. And Evie open. Evie's going to go pick it up in the far corner. She's trying to pop it out to Hannah, who is open in front of the net. Hannah's going to greet them here on the... Oh, beautiful shot by Sid. Man, one of these is going to go in. Lots of nice shots on goal. Yes. And hey, we're going to get a score. So, by the way, that the kid who fell on the ice, it was actually an interference on him. So he is in the box. He's got another 30 seconds in there, although he's going to get freed now that we scored. But the score is going to be 2-1 Santa Clara. But we are back in this game. We have plenty of time to catch up. Hannah in center, out there with Evie and Sid. Max in back. All right, Evie rushing towards it on that far side, trying to get it up to Hannah. Nice poke by Hannah. Little battles in the neutral zone. All right, that was a pass across to Evie. She got a tip on it. She's going to race up. She's going to take control of it there. Now it's poked loose. But now we got it open. It's, oh, nice. It's on the pads. Sid almost got a rebound off that one. Nice poke out by AMAC on this near side. Santa Clara was trying to make a breakaway. It's going to come down deep into our offensive zone. June's in there now. She's got the puck. Let's see who we have on that far side. It looks like we do still have her, but we are also out there with like Alexi. Oh, another score by Santa Clara. June in center. June to Lexi. Lexi sending it back to her D. All right, looks like Heidi's got it again. She set it down, but was taken out at the time. So I think that they're going to call a penalty. No penalty on that one. No, we're just letting them skate down there. Push them to the outside, girls. That's going to be in. 4-1. A little less than 3 minutes left to go in the second period. June in center, out there with Evie and Lexi. Taylor and Heidi on D. Nice tip by June. Santa Clara is taking it into our defensive zone. Behind the net. Oh, it's coming around in front of the net, but we're able to pop it out of there. A couple near shots by Santa Clara. Still popping around in front of our net. Let's see who we've got there. That's Taylor behind the net. She's going to send it up to Lexi on the near boards. All right, on the far side there. Oh, Heavy sending it across. Nice pass to Lexi. Stick to stick pass. Still in the neutral zone, but Santa Clara is going to take it down. Lexi's back. Trying to catch it. She's in there battling. Looks like June behind the net. Comes across our net. Evie's got it. She's going to skate it up. She's got a strong arm. She's not going to let those boys lift her stick. Oh, just wide right. He's able to keep it in. Hannah on the back check. Pushing to the outside. All right, bounced off our goalie's pads. We're trying to get it back out of the zone here on these near boards. All right. I can't see numbers from where I am right now, but it does look like we have Lola in, we have Kit Kat in, and that might be June there in center. Blocked by Natalie. All right, who we got here? That might be Hannah. Here comes Lola. Speedy, speedy. Push him to the outside, Heidi. Heidi sending it around behind the net. Taylor's going to grab the puck. She's going to try to make a connection there with Kit Kat on the far boards. Is out, no icing. That'll be the end of the second period. The score is 4-1 Santa Clara. All right, here we are back for the final 12-minute period in this game. Score is 4-1 Santa Clara. Hannah in center out there with Evie and Sid. Got the Max on defense. All right, that little kid got kicked out. I don't know what he was doing to mess with the ref, but ref was not happy with him. All right, down deep into our offensive zone. Out to Sid. Sid's taking it in. Oh, so close to be able to keep that in. And that's going to be a score for Santa Clara. 5-1. We are 20 seconds into the third period. All right, Hannah over to Evie. Evie's got the puck. She's taking it down. She's got some friends in center there. She sends around behind the net. All right, Mac G is going to pick it up, send it over to Evie. Nice passes there. Evie's trying to keep it in. Nice body block by Mac. Way to tie him up with your stick there, girlfriend, and your body. Fantastic moves. And that's going to be a score for Santa Clara. Score is 6-1, 10:58 left to go in the third period. All right, we have June in center out there with Evie and Lexi, Taylor and Heidi on D. Stick block by Natalie. Taylor's going to pick it up on these near boards. Taylor's going to pop it out. Nice pad block by Natalie. Nice pickup by Lexi. Oh, he's got his stick right in her skates. That was fun. Makes it hard to skate that way. June with the offensive pressure. It is back in our defensive zone. Taylor's going to pick it up behind the net. Pressure by June. Nice. They couldn't get a shot off fast enough. Everybody's on the ground. All 5 of our Rough Riders are standing in a circle. That is going to be an icing. Nope. Hey, they had their hand up. It's hard to see from the direction I am where exactly the puck is on the snare boards. Except for right here in front of me. Taylor sending it up. We've got Hannah in there on center. She's got Evie there trying to flick it out into the neutral zone. We got AMAC there trying to get it out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Lola. Pressure by Hannah. Hooking. Hooking on Santa Clara. I didn't see it either. 8:58 left to go in the game. Score is 6-1. Santa Clara taking it up the ice. All right, nice little push by Mac. Back check by Hannah. Natalie's going to cover. All right, Hannah in center. Evie, Sid, Max. Mac chasing it down in this near corner. Sid with the back pressure. Evie's going to come pick it up in the near corner. Trying to figure out what she's going to do with it. She's going to go ahead and skate around those guys. She's going to send it across the ice to Sid. Sid's taking it up. They're bringing it down into our offensive zone. Evie trying to gather the puck on the near boards. Gets picked off by Santa Clara. Puck's going far across the net. Heidi with a little wrestling battle there on the far side. And that's going to technically be on net, covered by the Santa Clara goalie. All right, Bob, it looks like we have Hannah in center. Maybe Evie and Sid are still out there. Oh, nice little play in front of the net. Sid with the back check. Taylor swooping it out. All right, Hannah in. Making things happen in this near corner. Sid with the puck. She's going to send it around behind the net. Nice pop by Hannah. Hannah over to Sid. Sid's taking it up the ice. She's going to send it into Hannah. And that's going to be offsides. June in center. Out there with Lola and Kit Kat. Austin putting some pressure on those far boards. Santa Clara behind the net. Sending it right up to Kit Kat. Austin's going to come pick it up. She's taking it behind the boards. Lola sending it up. Austin sending it up. Just playing a little bit of volley here on those far boards. All right, knocked out by Mac. Tipped by Austin as it was flying towards our net. All right, June, Kit Kat, and Mac on these near boards. Austin up to Lola. Lola trying to send it up. Stick deflection by Natalie. Mac up to Kit Kat. Send it hard, Austin. There we go. She's going to go ahead and skate it up. They weren't expecting her to do that, so it just sort of happened. And that's going to be it. That should be a trip. Apparently not. Mac with the block. Still got somebody coming. Push him to the outside. Austin sending it out. Lexi with fresh legs chasing it down in our offensive zone. She does not want to let anything happen there. Okay. All right, we got Evie, or no, Evie. We have Evie, Hannah, Lexi. Little shot on net, deflected by their goalie. Is still loose. Santa Clara's got a hold of it. They're coming back down. Poke by Taylor. Nice little send from Lexi up to Evie. Lexi's going to go on the far boards. Try to keep it at that blue line with her defenseman. It's going to pop out. Taylor's going to come back and gather it. Taylor up to Evie. Hannah. Taylor behind net. She sends it hard. She can send it hard right now. There we go. Up to Evie. Lexi on the puck there, trying to get it across that blue line. About 3.5 minutes left to go in this game. Again, the score is 6-1. Lexi pops it out into the neutral zone. She's got Hannah there with her. They tripped her again. Lots of tripping, no calls. See if Taylor can send that down in. Nice tip by Evie. And there we go, another score. That's going to be one for, I think, Evie. Score will be now 6-2, 3-13, 3-12 left to go in the third period. That's what happens when you guys don't give up. Hannah in center out there with Evie and Sid. Sid keeping it in. She's going to send it off the boards down deep behind the net. Evie's in there trying to get it free up to Hannah. Mac at the blue line. It just came out just a smidge. It's going to be offsides. All right. Tip off. We've got Hannah in there. Evie, Sid, the Max in back. All right, Evie trying to take it up. Nice job, Franklin, on the back check. Keep up with the battle, Max. Nice. And we got Sid in there. Yeah, they whiffed it. Evie's got it. She's sending it up to Sid. Oh, that's going to be offsides. Offside Santa Clara, 2:17 left to go in the third period. Score is 6-2. Evie fighting for the puck. She's going to chase it down on these near boards, taking it into our offensive zone. Looking for her pass. Center it up. Taylor with a stick lift, getting it back to Heidi. Heidi up to Hannah. Hannah popped it over to Evie. Over to Hannah. Hannah, Evie, Sid. It's kind of popping back and forth. Nice little shot on goal. They're going to cover it and hold it. $1:39 left to go in the third period. All right, I think we have June in center. Taylor's got the puck at the blue line, trying to send it down on net. It's coming around behind. We've got June for the back check. Lola there with the offensive pressure. Kit Kat coming across the ice, aiming for the puck. Taylor pushed him to the side behind the net. Taylor picks it up off Natalie's pads. Another shot on goal. Taylor's going to pick it up. Lola's got the puck. Just sort of just dribbling there in front of our net. All right. Nice little poke out by Heidi. Deflection by Natalie. Kit Kat there with the puck. It's going to be out. That's going to be offsides. Finally, they called something. 12.2 seconds left to go. There's been a lot of offsides that have not been called in this game. Score 6-2, and we've got about 12 seconds left to go. Hannah, Evie, Lexi. Lexi's got the puck. She's taking it down into our offensive zone. And that is going to be the end of the game. Final score is 6-2.
You didn't warn me your hands freeze. Oh. It's right there. And I'm terrible. I'm like this. Whoever's watching is sick. That's why it's really hard when you're talking and you're trying to follow. Yeah, well, and then like when you're doing this, you're pretty much watching the screen, and then you gotta figure out who's who. Like, and it's like